So I had to get a GTB domiciliary account. I'll explain why I had to get it later on in this video, because normally I use Access Bank. It's even the bank that I recommend, like Access Bank. It's the bank that I recommend for content creators. But not to make this video unnecessarily long, for now I'll talk about what you need to know to get your GTB domiciliary account, and then later on I'll talk about why I had to change from Access to GTB. Everything I'll be talking about in this video is from my experience going to the bank to create the account. I just want to state that because sometimes when I make videos like this, people leave comments like I am customer service, like they think I work for the platforms that I talk about. I don't work for GTB. I just want to make that clear in the beginning of the video. Okay, so I'll be looking at my system over here from time to time because I have a lot of things written down so I don't skip any parts. Okay, so it was on the 23rd of January that I went to create the GTB, the domiciliary account. And because I don't have a Naira account, I had to create a new Naira account, because when I went there, the woman at marketing, she told me that I needed a Naira account before I could get the domiciliary account. So for the account creation process, you need a form of identification. For me, I used my NIN, but I believe you can use your voter's card and maybe driver's license as well. I'm not really sure. And you need a passport, and they'll need your BVN as well. But I believe if that you don't have a Naira account with them, if you have a Naira account with them, they'll pull all your details from their system, like the ones you already have with them, and then they'll just give you a form to create a domiciliary account. So to create a domiciliary account, besides the form they will give you to fill yourself, they'll also give you another form for your two references. There is no deposit fee to create your domiciliary account. Unlike Access, when I went to Access, I had to pay 100 USD as a deposit to create the domiciliary account. But I want to believe that the 100 USD is to make sure you are serious about having a domiciliary account. Now, because I've been an Access Bank user for a long time, I only know about other Access Bank users. And the woman at marketing told me that I could use anyone from any bank as long as they have a current account, and domiciliary accounts are also current accounts. So what I did was just take the form to the people that I know. They filled it, I took it back to the bank, and that was it concerning the references at that time. Now, I don't know if this part is important to the video, but while they were creating the Naira account for me, they told me to download the GT Bank app, install it on my device. And while I was trying to register, I noticed that I couldn't, because my number, like the number linked to my BVN, was already registered on the app, or it already had an account, and I don't even know how that came to be, because that was my first time trying to create a GTB account. So at that time, the person at marketing told me to just use another number, and when they create the Naira account, then they will remove the number and add my original number. I hope you guys are following. Like, the account with my main number was still on hold. I would create a new account using another number, and after the Naira account has been created, then this account over here will be deleted and the number will be transferred back here. Hopefully that makes sense. So that was what happened, and I created the account, and they told me that after a week the domiciliary account will be created. So 1 week passed, nothing happened. On the second week, I went there on a Friday because I wanted to give them enough time to create the account. So when I went there, I met the same lady at marketing, and I told her that she told me the account will be ready in like a week, and I wasn't seeing any accounts being created. So she checked her system and told me that my account was processing, that everybody in Nigeria is following one queue. So that's why it was a bit slow. That's what she explained to me anyways. And all I did that day was collect her number, and then I left. So I think 2 days later, I think on a Monday, I'm not remembering correctly, but I think on a Monday, I noticed that the Naira account was created. So after I noticed that the Naira account was created, I called the lady at the bank and I told her about the progress. So next it was the domiciliary account, and she told me that it was still processing. I almost said progressing. I won't mess up my video. To cut the long story short, we were making calls back and forth for like a month, and after it had gotten to a month, she told me to come to the bank because she talked to somebody concerning my case and I had to meet the person. So I went there. I spent like 30 minutes with the person that day. She asked me questions about the domiciliary account. I answered them, and then she said that she noticed that I wanted to close an account. So I explained to her that I didn't know how the account was even created in the first place, and the number that was linked to the account was the number I wanted to use on the new Naira account. So after that, she did some things on her system, and she told me that that was all, that they will get in touch with me. So I left the bank that day. I think what that lady did was speed up the process, because the next day I received an email that my references were declined. So I called the lady at marketing and I told her, and she told me I had to come to the bank to see customer service. So I went to the bank the next day. That was on the 27th of last month, February. Remember, I went to the bank. The first time I went to the bank was on the 23rd of January. Okay, so when I went back to the bank on the 27th, I was directed to customer service, and to be honest, they didn't give me a reason why the references were declined. Maybe because I didn't ask. I was just looking forward to solving the issue. So the advice they gave me was to get um, references from GTB. Not that it would be better to get from GTB than from other banks. To cut the long story short, because that day was very hectic for me, it was on a Friday as well. I reached out to the people that have Access Bank accounts, and they were able to help me get people with GTB bank accounts to be my references. I went back to the bank, and the references were like confirmed or accepted almost immediately, because I was still in the bank when I received the emails that my references were accepted. Okay, so the domiciliary accounts were created. They gave me the account numbers. Like they created a dollar account and a euro account for me, but I could not access them in the app at that time, and the number was still not changed. But the good thing is that I was still with customer service, so I could complain about that number changing issue. And I don't know if this part is necessary in this video. I don't even have it written down, but honestly, I want to talk about the person that attended to me. I'm not going to say her full name, but it is Hawa S. She works at the Baranawa branch in Kaduna. Honestly, that woman was, should I say woman or a lady? She was very wonderful. In fact, if all banks had like customer service like that, you would not even hear stories about banks being nasty when it comes to customer service. Honestly, if I have issues with my account, I would rather go and wait for her to get done if she has like multiple customers, because I could see she was tired that day. It was in the evening, close to evening. I think it was around 3 o'clock. I could see she was tired from her eyes, but she was willing to answer my questions, and any complaint I had, anything I wasn't clear about, she would take the time to explain. So honestly, I don't know if maybe saying this is necessary, but honestly, if I would appreciate anybody, I would appreciate her. Anyways, so yeah, that's by the way. Okay, so after the references were accepted, it was then the number changing issue, like I mentioned earlier, and she told me that it would be worked on. So I think that was all for that day. So I left, and then it was on a Friday, so I was not expecting anything to happen between Saturday and Sunday. And on Monday, I received a call that I needed to go back to the bank because of the number changing issue. So that Monday I was even sick. I had to wear a face mask because I was sneezing and coughing. Anyways, I went there, and all I did that day was fill a form, enter my fingerprint, and that was all. Let me just check my system to be sure. Yeah, I filled the form and entered my fingerprint. Well, the thing is, as of making this video, today is Friday, so 1 week ago, as of making this video, the number has not been changed in the app. I don't know if they only changed it in terms of receiving alerts, but I want the number changed in the app so that I can use the number for logging into the app. The number has not been changed. I'm looking at it right now. So maybe I'll be calling the bank again to confirm what's happening if they want me to go back there. Okay, update. I just got back from the bank. I don't even have time to put this mic in my shirt. I just got back from the bank. I just got back from the bank. Before I went to the bank, I called the marketer, the first person I met since I started this GTB. Anyway, she told me that I was supposed to contact customer care. And the customer care person that I called, the person did not answer. I told her that the person did not answer, and she told me that normally they are not allowed to answer phone calls while in the bank. So I just had to go. So when I went there, I met the same person that I feel like the best person that I've met in a bank in a long time. And she explained that she told me that the number was changed because she checked her system. And I told her that, well, on my phone, the number was still the same. It was using the old phone number. And she told me to She asked me if I had updated the app. I said yes. But I said, okay, let me just log out and log in using my normal number. And I did that. And yeah, I was able to log in. And it showed that I had, and it showed that the number was updated. So at that point, I felt like, okay, both of the numbers were connected to the accounts. And I asked her, she said, no, it's not possible. So I logged out and I tried logging in with the old number and it didn't work. It was asking me if I wanted to create a new account. So yeah, the change of number aspect has been fixed. Honestly, I wish they had just maybe sent me an email that that aspect had been fixed, but I had to spend transportation fare. And anyways, here we are now. So I think I'm done with all the issues. I guess it's time to connect the account to my AdSense account and start earning from there. Because honestly, I was not comfortable connecting the new account to AdSense. I wanted it to be completely fixed, like all the issues fixed before connecting. And well, almost 2 months later, and I finally have the domiciliary account with GTB. Okay, so why I created the GTB account. So for those of you that use Access Bank accounts, I don't know if you guys go to the bank to withdraw in cash or you do transfers when you went to exchange, but you may have noticed that some exchanges don't even like accepting Access Bank funds anymore. Anyways, I think they have started to accept now, but like in January and February, they were rejecting it. I forgot to mention this in the video. People were not accepting Access Bank transfers because there was dollar scarcity. So even if even if you're able to transfer to them, they will not be able to withdraw the cash from the bank. Someone told me the reason, but I don't think I should be able to say it in this video. I don't know if there's any kind of legal reasons for that. But then Access Bank has started to work on it now and the issue has been fixed or it is getting fixed. So if you had noticed, like last month, Access Bank, the if you wanted to change your USD to Naira, it was around 1,300 Naira. I wish I recorded it. It was there, and I compared it to other banks. GTB was around 1,345 Naira or so. So there was a 45 Naira difference. And depending on the amount of money you are trying to exchange, you'll know that you'll be losing some money. So that was the main reason why I had to create the GTB account. And it's not like I'm leaving Access Bank completely. This is just like a backup plan in case maybe one day GTB starts misbehaving and I can just swap to Access. And if Access is misbehaving, I'll swap back to GTB. So it's like having a backup plan. Okay, right now I'm even looking at the GTB bank app, and a dollar here, if you want to exchange your dollar to Naira, is 1,365. Now I'll switch to Access to see what a dollar is. As of now, for Access, a dollar is 1,350. So that's a 15 Naira difference if my math is correct. Sometimes my math is bad. The only issue with GTB when it comes to converting your USD to Naira is that GTB has a specific time when it works. So I think it's from 9 o'clock to 4 p.m. After 4 p.m., you'll not be able to convert your USD to Naira. But with Access Bank, I think it's anytime you want. And GTB, I think, I don't know, I'm not sure yet. If I'm not sure, I'll cut this out of the video. But I don't think you can convert during the weekends. So if you're in an emergency, your best option is to do a transfer. You can't just exchange using the app. So that's the reason why I had to create a GTB domiciliary account so that I would stop losing money. If you guys experience that people declining Access Bank USD transfers, please let me know in the comments. And like I said, I'm not leaving Access Bank completely. This is just a backup plan. And yeah, if you guys have questions, I've been trying to go live from time to time, and because of the way Airtel, like the network sometimes just goes offline. If not, I would have maybe had a specific day every week that I'll be going live, unless maybe I'm sick or something like that. Maybe once a week I'll go live, and whatever it is, maybe we'll have something to talk about. I'll just do it live. You guys can ask your questions. But hopefully, if the network is not bad, then on Tuesday, which is the 10th of March, maybe by 6 p.m., I will come live so that you guys can ask me any questions regarding maybe the domiciliary account and any questions you have in general. We'll discuss them that day. I just hope that Airtel does not mess up. Because honestly, if no beside I stay for rented house, I will just get Starlink. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.